ethics to me is what a journalist has to abide by to be a good journalist. One example of this would be accuracy. A good journalist will have the correct facts, and you can't be a good reporter without the correct facts.
To me, ethics is the common sense of journalism. Most people don't use it a lot, but you really should. And basically, you want it to seem professional, which is one of our ethics here at Be Heard. And that's when you don't want to seem very childish, and you want to make sure you know what you're doing and you know what you're talking about.
My definition of ethics would be respect. It's respecting others and respecting yourself by holding yourself to the higher standard.
In my opinion, ethics are the social standards of media. They dictate how journalists should write in order to escape prosecution for their publications. They hold you accountable and your company for any fabricated articles or any deceitful intent on your articles.
Ethics are a moral philosophy of right and wrong or good and evil. You gotta have accurate information, or you can't just write down bogus stuff like Stephen Glass.
My definition of ethics would be having good morals. Like, practice what you preach. Like, you wouldn't want to put someone in a position where they feel uncomfortable. You gotta put yourself in their position, you know, like, don't ask the wrong questions. Don't be liable, I guess. And I'm done.
Code of ethics to me is doing the right thing, such as being truthful. You know, you can't be lying about a report or about something that happened.
Code of ethics to me is to seek truth and report it. Journalists should be honest, fair, and courageous in gathering information and reporting it.
My idea of ethics is that it's the organization that makes journalism easier to follow and gives them ideas and limitations on how far you should interview people. And you always want to make sure that you have good evidence instead of randomly making up facts and making it very fabricated, and so that you mislead everybody and misinform them.
Ethics to me is just respect. You have to, like, if you're interviewing somebody, you have to let them have their space and not ask inappropriate questions that'll kind of make them feel awkward or embarrassed or something. And you just have to be respectful. I just think the world needs more ethics because people don't use it very much. Like, I was watching an interview about 9/11 this weekend, and a lady was interviewing a victim's family member, and she wasn't being respectful or anything. She was asking questions that kind of hurt the person she was interviewing.
To me, ethics is all about respect, but not only to the people you're interviewing or in journalism, but respect to everyone, even if they don't give you respect. And I think if you give respect, that you'll get respect back.
Ethics to me are things that journalists go by to have an accurate, respectful, and truthful story. When I watched a newscast and I had to tell what the reporter was talking about and how they used ethics in what they were talking about. People are mean, and some stories come out and they're not completely truthful and respectful, and that's not using good ethics.
What I think ethics is personal definition of right or wrong. It's kind of like a conscience. Say, if someone used to make fun of you, you wouldn't, and you started making an article about them, you wouldn't nag on them and make them look bad. You would put that behind you and be unbiased and say how it is and be as nice as you can. But when you're writing an article or reviewing someone, you probably should be unbiased, not have any personal opinions, just show it how it really was.
Ethics to me is being truthful. And if you're reporting something that is not truthful, then you can end up injuring a company or reputation?
Well, I think ethics are the kind of the driving force of the world. If people aren't ethical, then it's pretty much anarchy. Streets, people looting throughout the streets, burning down buildings, chaos.